Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. And today, we return to Tang Airline Flight 1990. Let's clock in. Here at Tang Airline, we'd like to give a big welcome to Platinum Premier Plus members for choosing Tang Airline as your choice of flight. And today, I got a special video for you guys. For the past two videos, we've been flying around New York, but today, we're gonna walk the streets of New York. We're gonna check out almost everything and probably some more. I don't think this has been done ever yet, but hope you guys sit back, enjoy, and hopefully you guys learn something new here. We have arrived at the dock here to Ellis Island, to none other than the Statue of Liberty. Let's go ahead and let's go check out the statue in person. Lady Liberty. We've been going around in the air, flying, you know, but today, look at this. We are here in person, standing tall and proud. Just look at that. And from this view, we could just look at Manhattan, which I can't wait to go check out. Did you know on a windy day, Lady Liberty could sway 3 inches? Bet you didn't know that. I didn't know that either until I did some more research for this video, or should I say for these series here. And the statue was never green in the first place. Actually, it was copper bronze, but over the course of the years, the oxidation made it green. And the Lady Liberty is facing, I think she's facing east. We're at the base pedestal right now. And the pedestal itself, so the total height of the statue is 305 feet. Which is not the tallest statues in the world. I believe the tallest statue in the world is somewhere in India. But the base of this pedestal here is 154 feet. And the Lady Liberty herself stands tall at 151 feet. I know in the past, you go up to those like lanterns, but I heard you can't do that anymore. Look at that beauty right here. Freedom. That's what it stands for. Well, I don't know, but it's a gift from France, you know. I just try to make it sound like cool, but we're falling off the base over here. We have a video game simulation where we can actually do this. Isn't that crazy? And it looks great to me. Look at this. It looks phenomenal to me. That is Lady Liberty here, who approximately gets struck by lightning roughly about 600 times a year. Goddamn. Welcome to the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know if we could walk here, but I just found like this little platform here on top of this bridge where cars are going through. I'm assuming you could probably walk here, right? But hey, I don't know. But here in Tang Airline, exclusive, I got an exclusive look for you guys. That's what it is. Brooklyn Bridge, a nice view. You can see the One World Trade Center to the left. This is the world first suspension bridge. And it was the longest bridge for 20 years. We can hear the cars driving across. We can hear the car driving across, but we don't. Oh, there's the car. There's the first car right there. This bridge has been in a lot of movies. Total length of this bad boy, 6,016 feet. This is the bridge that killed Godzilla, in case you guys did not know. We're at the American flag up here on the bridge. This bridge was built in 1883. Now that I think of it, I think you can walk here. We're getting close to Manhattan. Look at the downtown. Look at all these skylines, the skyscrapers. Over here, you could kind of see the Empire State Building far, far. Here is the Brooklyn Bridge up above. An amazing sight. An amazing view, too. As we're walking down downtown Manhattan, we are walking towards the One World Trade Center. Now, excuse the street view here, as the street view here, as we're not supposed to get close to the ground. You know, we're supposed to be in the air, but we could ignore that. And there's a car coming, we don't want to get hit. But just look in front of us, the massive structure of the One World Trade Center. The original name of this was never One World Trade Center. It was actually called the Freedom Tower, but they decided to change it to the One World Trade Center. Look at this structure here. I don't know much about the structure. I should know, but I did not know what that structure is. We're walking through this construction site here, which we're not supposed to do, but I got the exclusive okay to walk through here. It looks like here they are building. We are walking towards the 9/11 memorial. I wonder, can we see something down here? Let me just raise up. These are the Twin Towers location. They did it dirty here in the game. It was doesn't look so good, but this is the North Tower, and right over there is the South Tower. If there's one thing about New York I want to visit, is the 9/11 memorial. I heard it is pretty awesome, but at the same time it's pretty sad too. You know, look at all the structure, the World Trade Center structures, the metal piece, the antennas, the beams, all that, the fire truck during those fateful day. And then we look here up. God damn, look at that massive tower there. Look how tall this thing is, man. Jesus. It was completed in 2015 with a pinnacle height of 1,776 feet. The new replacement of the World Trade Center here. It was built in a triangle feature, which is very unique and is very reflective too, if you see in person. Obviously, this game doesn't do justice, but look at that sun shining. I don't know if we go to the top or not. Maybe we can. I'm not sure. Just think about September 11 and what took place here. The One World Trade Center was apparently built with nothing but recycled materials, and it's supposedly be the safest office building when they built this, due to we know what happened. Currently the tallest skyscraper in the Western Hemisphere, but it is debatable because of the spiral. I don't know how you feel about the spiral, but to me, I feel like spiral's cheating. Roof height though, if you go by the roof height, it is the exact same height of the North Tower. Did you know the Twin Towers, the North Tower is, I believe, 6 feet taller than the South Tower? You didn't know that, did you? Kind of crazy how they decided to make one slightly taller than the other. And look at this view. We're at the top of the One World Trade Center. Only Tang Airline get this exclusive look right here. You can't get this look anywhere else. Only in Tang Airline, you know. That will makes the Platinum Premier Plus member special right here. 1,368 feet above the ground. Just imagine looking down here. Golly. Look at this view here. We can see the Empire State Building. We're facing the north side. Over here, there's a Brooklyn Bridge where we're just down there. This is the Queens and I think Brooklyn. And now we're facing the south side over here. We see the Statue of Liberty where we began our journey, our tour here. Just being that high. And look, that is the spiral. Just this view here. But as we're standing here, honestly, the only thing I think of is the 9/11. Just, my Lord, just look at this view. We're walking in the middle of the street here. We shouldn't do it, but you know what? It's okay. Remember, Tang Airline, your safety is our utmost important. No one's gonna get hit here. But as we walking down the streets of New York here, New York, a population of 8 million, which is the largest city in the US and the 11th largest in the world. More than 380,000 millionaires live in New York. So most millionaire you visit or you see, most of them lives here. And looking back, the One World Trade Center. You guys are probably wondering, where are we at? Doesn't look like we're nowhere near New York. I actually want to check this place out. You guys ready? MetLife Stadium, home of the Jets and the Giant here, completed in 2018, and it is the largest stadium in NFL. A lot of a concert was held here. WrestleMania was held here. A capacity of 82,500. This is the gate to get in. It looks like it's locked, but don't worry. Tang Airline got an exclusive look for this. We're going inside. Walking into MetLife Stadium. Oh my Lord. Just look at this. Look how massive it is. Just look how tall this is. My frame rate looks like it's dropping here, but I'm not sure why. This is the field here. Just look at this. Imagine holding a concert here and you facing this way and you see all the fans just in the stands and on this floor here in the middle of the field. Let's just take a moment, just observe this. Just take this all in right here. Amazing. So, and you know, this doesn't do justice. I just can't imagine when you're there in person, you know? We're at the top of the level. Like we're walking, fighting our seats here. Look how steep this is. Just an amazing stadium. It is an amazing stadium. I think it's time to do some more sightseeing, right? The view here isn't much, guys, but we're at Central Park here. A lot of trees here, you know. Unfortunately, we can't really have like good path walk or anything because, you know, we're technically not supposed to come this close to the ground, you know, unless you're crashing, but that's it. But this is Central Park here. I wish there was pathway we could walk. I mean, there looks like some pathway over here, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe this is a pathway. This is a pathway, but it takes us to, you know, to nothing but trees here. But Central Park, it is 2.5 miles long, 1/2 mile wide. It is the oldest park in the US. It was approved in 1853 here. We got baseball diamonds here. There's a lot more stuff in Central Park, but you can't really see it. I mean, people come to the park, they relax, you know, chillax, read a book, whatever they want to do. Approximately 42 million visitors a year, and only 14% of them are new visitors. So the other 86% is pretty much people who lives in New York and come visit every time. We got baseball diamonds here. We got some pond over here, I think. Can we walk to the pond? We could possibly walk to the pond here. We could see the Central Park Tower. We got more pathway. Look at this. And we got this little pond over here for us to check out. Look at this pond over here. Very, very relaxing. You can hear the nature and everything. Here's a view of Central Park. We're a little high up here. So if you were to walk, ooh, there is a stand over there. So if you were to walk along the path of Central Park, it is 58 miles long. I don't know how often people do that, but me hearing that, nah, pass. Walking down the streets of New York, we can see the Empire State Building. But that's not where we're going to go yet. We're actually going to see Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks play. Not the best view, but it would do for now, you know? Probably the most famous arena. A lot of legends take place in this arena. Michael Jordan, he played in this arena in the 7-game series in the 92 playoffs. And move on to his second two-peat here. It has a capacity of 20,789, and it was completed in 1968. Which, I don't know, is this the oldest arena in NBA? Could be. But in 2019, it was ranked #1 for the highest gross monthly, 173 million. There's a terrible view here, but that is Madison Square Garden. Here, this view looks kind of, we kind of make it out here. New York City, that is not the actual name. The original name is New Amsterdam, and the name Big Apple, which we're all accustomed to, it was in 1971 when it became official that the nickname was the Big Apple. And as we're walking to the Empire State Building, take a look at the first skyscraper to reach 1,000 feet or more. What makes this building special is that it has its own zip code. This building has its own zip code. And it only took 13 months to complete it. But back then it was racing with the Chrysler Building, which is also New York, and then the 40 Wall Street. But this one was victorious. It stands at 1,250 feet. And if you count the antenna, it is 1,454 feet. This is the King Kong building here. Empire State Building held the title of the tallest skyscraper in the world for 39 years, from 1931 to 1970, and it was surpassed by the World Trade Center. Right after of the event of 9/11, the Empire State Building regained the title of being the tallest skyscraper in New York. But since then, you know, we got like Central Park Tower, 432 Park Avenue. These are residential buildings that are taller now. And this is where Eminem shot his music video. But that's the Empire State Building. So New York City has over 257 skyscrapers that are over 490 feet. Right behind it in the US is Chicago. Basically, you think about it, Chicago and New York are the only two cities that really have a lot of skyscrapers. Most other US city doesn't have. Who's that? Is that a basketball player? I thought looked like that was Jordan or something for a second. Does it look like Jordan? I don't know. It looks kind of... I don't know what is that, but I got a special place I want to take you guys. I didn't see it when I was in the air flying, but now that we're in the streets, I think we have to take a look at this. I don't know if you guys recognize this building or not. It probably doesn't do justice here, but this is the Plaza Hotel in Home Alone. This is where Kevin McAllister was staying here. This was the hotel. If I did my research correctly, this is the hotel here. This is where Donald Trump was in here with his Christmas quote. Down the hall and to the left, New York finest hotel. And as we look to the left, we see the 432 Park Avenue, one of the tallest residential building in the world. And it is currently the 5th tallest skyscrapers in New York, with a height of 1,396 feet. So even the roof height of this is taller than the One World Trade Center. Completed in 2015 with 147 apartments. Average rent in New York, $3,500. That's probably just studio too. The most expensive city to live in the US. The sun is almost setting. This tour is coming to an end. But we had to take a look at the most, to me, the tallest building in New York. I mean, I don't care what anyone says about the One World Trade Center. This is the tallest building in the world. Central Park Tower here. The tallest residential building in the world. And it stands at a height of 1,550 feet. Just look at this massive tower here. It has 131 floors. And it is the second tallest building in New York, right behind the One World Trade Center. But in my book, this is the tall one because the roof height. The roof height here is like almost 200 feet taller than the One World Trade Center. The higher you live here, the high rise, the higher you live in New York, the more expensive it is. This could easily be thousands. Even you buy a condo, man, millions, couple millions just to get the view. The best view is either you're facing the north side or the south side. North side, you get the Central Park. The south side, you get the Empire State Building. You get the One World Trade Center. You know? And it's getting nighttime. And there's only one place we have to visit before our tour ends here. And as you can see, you guys already know where we're heading to. We have to visit this place. We just have to see it in person at nighttime. That's where it shines right here. We got McDonald's ads up here. Did you know the library, the public library of New York has over 50 million books. It is the second largest library in the nation, right behind the Congress. And it is the third largest library in the world. We have the Microsoft Flight Simulator ads right here, of course. Times Square. Just look at the lights here. We get the H&M building. Look at all the ads here. Got car ads here. Times Square, and we have people on the streets here. Obviously they don't move, but that's okay. Let's take a moment and just soak this in. We got Galaxy Z Flip ads, Samsung. Look at all these ads. Scenic flight scenery. Ed Sheeran is here too. Mean Girls. Times Square has 50 million visitors a year. Like the highest record ever in Times Square was 2 million people. And that took place in August 14th of 1945 when celebrated the World War II victory. 2 million people in Times Square. A lot of movies took place in Times Square. You know, when I think of Times Square, I think of Spider-Man. Spider-Man took place here. Look at this. Broadway. The original name of Times Square was called Long Acre Square. Wow, I'm just look at this. Just look at this. The Lion King up there. We got Xbox. We got Xbox ad up there. We got Tokyo Olympic 2020 Tokyo. The first ball drop for New Year's was in 1907, and they still do that to this day. The ball drop. Home of Nico Ballad. Got snorting cocaine or something? What the hell is he doing? Ladies and gentlemen, as your captain, I officially announce this is the end of our New York City tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the journey here. You guys learned a lot. We get to check out most of the scene here, which is great. New York. We're in Times Square. More journeys to come. And our next stop we're gonna go to, I feel like going to Miami. I think Miami is a good place to go next. For all the Platinum Premier Plus members, thank you for choosing Tang Airline as a choice of flight. Flights 1990. Even though we weren't flying today, I wasn't in my pilot outfit because we're walking. We're doing a lot of walking here. Your captain signing out. I'll catch you guys at Kennedy International Airport as we fly to Miami next. So I'll see you guys there. Peace.